Something to note is there is no time trial.
Right.
We can discuss that later. There was a quote where Kasia Niedoma, we love her. She won the Tour last year by the closest margin, 4 seconds. She said, I wish there was a time trial. And I was kind of like, do you? Like,
Interesting. I didn't see that one.
I read that quote and I was like, you have Demi Vollering, Marlon Reusser. Do you really wish there was a time trial?
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Move podcast. We're talking about it is a rest day for the men's Tour de France. So we thought, what better way to spend a rest day than talking about the race that comes right after this, the one that's actually going to be pretty, hopefully, close and exciting, right?
Heck yes.
Just like last year. We're talking about the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. This is going to be the preview show. Of course, I'm joined by Olympic medalist Mari Holden. Mari, how are you?
I am good.
Good. And we never know where you are. Where are you now?
I'm in location on Find My Friends.
Jackson. We can never. Jackson. Ventura. Boom, boom. It's good. All right, cool. And Allie, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, of course. Already going to get a lot of hits on the on Allison's T-shirt there. Already a lot of demand. Mari and I already have one coming. So
me first.
You got it.
You first. Good. Ladies first. Okay, let's go through the 2025 Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Some updates, right? So we added a day or two, and I'm going to be a little behind on some of this stuff, but I have actually just logistical and technical questions that'll help me that I think will help the audience. But we've added 1 or 2 days. One day. That's right.
It's 9 days. So it goes from July 26th to August 3rd, covers 1,168 kilometers and 17,240 meters in elevation. It is currently the longest UCI Women's World Tour race, but both Mari and I can attest, we have done UCI World Tour races longer than 9 days.
and there's some overlap with the men's tour. Right, so I think we have 2 days. 2 days of overlap. I haven't even gone into the timelines on each race, and I'm assuming the tour has figured that out so that they are not finishing at the same time.
Yes, I think the overlap will be fantastic for the fans on the road.
Agreed.
I think it's really exciting. So it starts in Brittany, and it'll kind of be based around that Brittany area for the first 3 days. And then it goes into one of your favorite places that you like to describe, Massif Central.
Yeah. Well, I looked through the route. It to me, it's one of these, it's a true buildup, right? You have these stages in Brittany, which, by the way, can be deceivingly hard. And then, of course, the Massif Central is always harder than you want it to be. And then some really tough mountain days.
And I think something to note is there is no time trial.
Right.
We can discuss that later. There was a quote where Kasia Niedoma, we love her. She won the Tour last year by the closest margin, 4 seconds. She said, I wish there was a time trial. And I was kind of like, do you?
Interesting. I didn't see that one.
I read that quote and I was like, you have Demi Vollering, Marlon Reusser. Do you really wish there was a time trial? Mm-hmm. But anyway, we can talk about that in a bit. But one big thing, missing a time trial, which is interesting. I don't think you've ever done a tour, Lance, without a time trial.
No, I have not.
But I mean, the first couple of days, super punchy. So I think it's just game on, fiery, feisty from the gun. The sprinters have to wait maybe to stage 3, but that still looks like pretty chaotic. And there's maybe 2 sprint stages, and then you go into the mountains. And it's like legit Alps mountain stages, Queen stage on the 8th, and the 9th's no joke either. So we can dive into that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way it's set up, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it builds, like who's waiting for the mountains, who are kind of those riders in between that might want to be taking some chances, opportunists looking to maybe get a little bit of time in the beginning. But it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah. And I mean, so stage one's actually going to be shockingly short. It's only at 79K, but it's super punchy and it's a circuit, but you're doing a 1.6 kilometer climb. That's 5.4%. So, I mean, a little attrition there. And you know how the first day of a tour starts. It's always just, the nerves are high.
And by the way, I don't hate a short stage like that to kick things off. Lots of action. But Allie, to your point a second ago, I mean, I'm looking at the profile right now. You've got a category 3, 15 kilometers, almost 10 miles before the finish. So what I heard you say is that you think that's enough to rule out the sprinters.
I do.
Wow.
I do. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be really hard on any sprint stage to beat Wiebes. Lorena Wiebes. Right. I mean, she was our green jersey winner last year, and every race she's entered this year, she's won the green jersey in any stage race. Her results look stellar as a sprinter, but I think, so of course she got the green jersey at the UAE Tour Britain, Giro. She won 2 stages there. She won Milan San Remo, Ghent Wevelgem, Bruges Japan. It's going to be hard to beat her in a sprint. But I don't think there's that many opportunities the way the race is set up. But then I
kind of like wonder about that, Ellie, because I mean, those classics that she, won and did really well in, those are punchy, difficult little climbs. And this to me, I think is a great stage for her, for, I would think, a sprint, the opening one, especially with the distance. It's not super long. They're not tired from the multiple days of racing. She's a good one-day racer in that sense. So I do think that could be a sprint stage. And the sprinters are going to be wanting to keep things together.
And get a yellow jersey.
And get a yellow jersey.
I mean,
yeah.
Which
I mean, for SD Works is going to be huge because I think they're going to have a hard time during this race getting that yellow jersey. So they have to be ultra motivated for that.
I think we know that Lance will know who wins based on their nail polish color as of last year.
Well,
but yeah. I mean, stage
Look,
2.
I meant what I said.
We'll see what she shows up with.
Yeah, no, but I meant what I said at the start. I mean, and you said that 4-second win in a Tour de France. I mean, that's exciting, right? And look, spending my days talking about the men's tour right now, and obviously recognizing the greatness of Tadej Pogačar. He's winning by minutes. Can't imagine watching a race that somebody, never mind. I won't get into that. But, last year was a true nail biter, and that's exciting. I found myself going, wow, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like this is different than what I was watching for 3 weeks in the men's race.
Correct. And I think something, Lance, that we love, that you're a women's cycling fan. We know you will fangirl out with us every day, and it's super exciting.
I do identify as a fangirl.
Thank you. I do
Especially
too.
when he has his cowgirl shirt on, he will be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Oh boy.
I got your hat ready for you too. Your Watch the Femme hat.
Okay, good.
But I think something that's interesting is last year we had some dominant teams. Of course, we didn't know that Kasia would win. That was just an incredible performance. We not only had a bunch of transfers going on, so SD Works kind of splits and these strong riders go different places. You got Demi on FDJ, Marlon Roosers on Movistar, and then fangirling, speaking of fangirling, we have our Pauline is on Lisa Bike.
Visma. Yep.
Yeah, Visma. I was going to say Jumbo. I still am stuck on that. Sorry. Yep. Those team names. So I think the strength of the peloton has moved around in different teams, and they all have different strengths. And so it's going to offer a very unique dynamic. So if I look at the hitters, I'm looking at, of course, previous Tour de France winner. We got Demi Vollering. We have Kasia Niewiadoma. And then Marlon Rooser winning the Tour de Suisse beats Demi Vollering. So I think, and Pauline hasn't raced a ton, but when she races, she can win or podium. And her preparation, being a world champion in every single discipline in cycling except BMX and track, I think, she could have a very unique preparation. So a lot of altitude camps going on. I wanted to just a little bit dive into some of these racers being a little quiet at this
like
time
Pauline.
of year.
I mean, Pauline was on the record that she was making, the way I remember it, she was on the record of saying she was switching to the road to focus on the Tour de France and make this a priority. So, I mean, this is going to be very interesting. Obviously, also a French rider.
And she said it right here on the podcast last year. So listeners, if you want to go back, Pauline was on the podcast saying she was coming back to road and targeting the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Her first win this year was Paris-Roubaix, right? She gets second at Flanders, third at Strade Bianche. And, she's very patient in her preparation because she has a very cute story waiting to get a water bottle from you, Lance.
You left out Van de Breggen too, who's also said that this is a really big priority, even though she was only sixth at the Giro. And I think because there's no time trial, you also have to look at the riders like Sarah Gigante, she had an amazing finish at the Giro on the Queen stage and made up a lot of time. And when you look at the difference between winning the GC at the Giro and where she finished, it was about a minute, and she lost a minute in her time. So she's climbing really well. Maybe not for the win, but a podium possibly, and there are a couple mountaintop finishes.
Yeah, she also lost a lot of time in crosswind. It was,
which
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Yeah,
with this route, I mean, in Brittany and even in the Massif Central, I mean, look, it's bike racing. Crosswind is part of it, so that,
yeah. And not to stir the pot, so I think Anna van der Breggen is incredible. Looking at her results, so it's a little sleepy this year. She got second at Strade Bianche to Demi, so at least Demi didn't have to sprint her own teammate, but she also was sprinting her former coach and DS. Anna van der Breggen is a multiple-time Olympic medalist, 7-time winner of Flèche Wallonne, world champion in the road race and time trial, 4 times winning the Giro, won Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Flanders, Amstel Gold. She's incredible, but this season she's won a stage at the Vuelta. So I'm curious. She retired in 2021. She started directing SD Works, and she just made her comeback. She's an incredible person, amazing. Her husband's actually a coach for Visma Elisa bike, by the way. He used to race for them. But I think this is going to be interesting, not to stir the drama pot here, but please do. Thank you. Lotte Kopecky, world champion, also has had a pretty slow start to her season. I mean, coming back from the Lotte that we were watching, spending all these days in yellow and climbing out of her mind, and of course, winning world championships. And I did quote, "It's Lotte's world. We're just living in it." It's a little different. I mean, it's a slower start, I think, that she's used to. She pulled out of the Giro, saying her back hurt. But I'm thinking she pulled out of the Giro to rest up for the Tour, is my guess. And she has won Flanders this year and the Belgian National Time Trial, and that's it. That is a different Lotte than we saw last year. And so when you're looking at what SD Works is coming in, are they going to work for Anna or Lotte? And Anna and Lotte are supposed to be very good friends. I think they get along well. And Anna's such a sweetheart. And she's, I don't know, I think she's a very nice woman. I mean, they all are, but I think they have a couple cards to play, but both of them haven't had the seasons that we've seen them have before. And Lance, you had a comeback. And, Anna retires in 2021 at the top of her game, double gold medalist, world champion, these amazing images and this beautiful racer. And she's coming back in 2025. And I just feel like she's missing that last punch that she needs. Like second at Strade Bianche is no joke. Like it's good, but the levels come up.
It's possible that she, was right. I mean, she was disappointed with her result at the Giro, but she may come through it and have better fitness after it. But looking at it, we'll be able to kind of tell what SD Works is thinking as they go in. If Kopecky tries to get into things like before the climbs and Anna's holding back and waiting for the mountains. I mean, because they're going to want to protect someone to be able to go for it at the finishes. So I think we'll know pretty quickly what their strategy is going to kind of look like. I mean, it's great that they have options.
I think their strategy is options, right? Like, wouldn't you do that as a director, Mari? Because they're different.
I mean, I think that Kopecky and, she has such a good chance to get stage wins. And I think that they have to be more confident in the stage wins and the overall, I would think. So they're going to need to try and get some, like maybe they get the yellow jersey on the first day, but I think that the stage wins are going to be a big deal for SD Works this year, because I think that if Demi's riding the way she should be able to ride, it's going to be very hard to beat her.
Well, that was a question I had. Obviously, huge news through the off season with Demi Vollering switching teams from SD Works to FTJ. I guess high level, how has that worked out? And thoughts on how it will work out for her.
I think she's shining
during the tour.
Yeah, I think she's shining. She's going to have a great team supporting her. She's got Avida Music. She's got Labous riding for her. She's signed huge deals. I mean, she's making €1 million, which is impressive. But also, we've had her on the show as well, and she's a nature lover. She knows how to train. She likes to hide in her Swiss Alps and spend time with her partner. Her results this year, I mean, she did get second to Marlene Reusser at the Tour de Suisse, but she won Strade Bianchi. So, I mean, they've had these battles, but she's been a little quiet, except, Lance, this might be interesting. She commented on Tadej Pogacar's Instagram post the other day. Can I swear on this? Because we're not on.
Yeah.
But so you know how the Peloton,
and we're not live, so we could bleep it out if you want later.
No, I don't care. Yeah, but you know how we've been having these big debates on whether or not the Peloton should have waited for Tadej when he did that crash, 5K to go. And so he's like, thank you, to the Peloton. Thanks for the respect. And Demi writes on his Instagram and says, looks like you had all the shit I've experienced. Only for me, it cost me a Vuelta GC win and a tour.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So she's coming out with some because you remember that last year.
No, I remember.
Lance?
Well, how could you forget?
Exactly.
But by the way, these are apples and oranges. I mean, let's just be honest. We all watched, right? And we're like, what? Wait, what are we waiting for? You got to get going. I mean, Tadej Pogacar bounced up like he was on a trampoline. She did not bounce up. Yeah, she did not bounce up off the trampoline, and
the race was on, but she was in yellow, and they didn't send one teammate back for her.
Yeah.
But the race was on. Like, that was the front of the race. It is completely
and she's on a new team, though. So.
And I almost file that up as that was then, this is now. Like, Mari, to your point, new team, new environment, new year, new season, new race. Let's go. Like,
and it will make things interesting. I mean, with a different team, like what's going to happen out there. Obviously, she has their full support. But since we haven't seen her race, I mean, it's always hard to predict what someone's going to come out of so much time out of racing, So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. And Katja is the same way. Haven't seen her race either.
No.
So either they could be flying or they could just not have that last that race legs, I guess.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Kasia has been she's Polish championship. She won that. She got third at the Tour de Suisse, and then a lot of fourth places, fourth at Flanders, fourth at Strade Bianchi. And then the last hitter there's probably a lot of hitters in there, but Elisa Longo Borghini just won her second Giro.
Yep.
And she's not a pure climber. She's not a pure time trialist, but this woman races with heart. That's why I like to call her Lambo. I had her for the podcast, Lance. We missed it. I have her. She's ready. She's on. But
va bene.
Just don't have pineapple on your pizza. That really makes her mad.
But it was amazing. She had such a good ride at the Giro, and it was great to see her win again. But with Marlon being sick in those last few days, it's kind of like when you're trying to figure out where someone's fitness is and what the form is. It's hard to say. If it would be better than Marlon in this race,
And, Marlon was a domestique for Lada and Demi, last year. So this is going to be a super exciting stage. Also, she got fined 750 Swiss francs, lost some UCI points, and got a yellow card. And so then I got dived into this yellow card thing because that's kind of a new thing. She was going into a sprint. She raises her arms and gets mad at a human-powered health rider. They didn't even file a protest. It was the jury. And the woman opened up a gap in the sprint. She's in the pink jersey leading the Giro d'Italia. and she raises her hand because this gap opens. And I think I actually feel bad for the human powered health because they didn't file it. It was just the jury was like, you get a yellow card, you get this. And I found out. So then I was interested if what the yellow card thing was. And I was like, oh no, what if she gets another yellow card in the tour? That's okay. She can't get 3. So it's 2 yellow cards in one race / stage race. And then if you get 3 yellow cards within 30 days, then you're suspended.
And they've been rare. I mean, they're not throwing that many of those out there.
No, it was weird. And she is a doctor. So she's our doctor of the peloton, of course. But she does have a yellow card. Yeah.
Call her the doctor.
Yeah, we should call her the doctor.
Mari, let's question about Kristen Faulkner, obviously our Olympic champion, American, and Chloe Dygert, right? Both in the race. Kristen was on the record of saying that she's targeting the tour, and that's her main focus for the season. I think that's great. And I have actually chatted with her just a little bit. You're the Olympic champion. Savor that, enjoy that, be celebrated. So be out there and maybe that time of celebratory stuff is past, and now time to focus on the tour. What is this tour? How does it play out for her if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, I would say that a stage win would be a huge success.
Awesome. Yeah.
Would be awesome and realistic. I mean, her style of riding where she's opportunist and goes for it. I could see her doing that. I think she's going to struggle on the Madeleine, but I mean, she may still be, if she gets top 10, I think that would be awesome on a climb like that. But I don't see her going for the overall GC. I would think it would be more of a stage. And I think the same for Chloe. And Chloe is really strong right now and motivated. So I think that those opening stage, well, not the opening stages, but maybe the middle stages are the ones where we're going to see the Chloes and Voss and Kopecky kind of going for it.
It'll be so exciting.
You bring up the Madeleine. I'm just sitting here looking at the profile. I love looking at this stuff every day. I have enjoyed it the last 2 weeks.
Well, Lance, you have done it. You've done.
I know I've done it, but these things. Listen, I don't remember. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't. I'm not a reminiscer. I don't sit around and reflect. Like I know I've done it.
I'm helping. I'm being the Bernil here. I got you.
But if you dropped me, but for example, if you drop me there, like that show Destiny, you put you somewhere blindfolded and take off the blindfold, say, where are you? If you drop me on the Madeleine, said, where are you? I was like, I don't know where I am. By the way, I'm not so sure I'm proud of it, but that's just the truth. Anyhow, I'm looking at the profile. I just love putting this in context for the listener. 18.6 kilometers at 8%. I mean,
it's hard.
That is very hard. That's long. What it is long.
It's long. It's been in the Tour de France 27 times. And Mari, if you did the Grand Boucle in 2002, you did it twice in one day.
Yeah.
And Lance, you've done it twice, by the way. It was first featured in the Tour.
We've done it the same amount of times.
See?
And I don't remember it either.
I mean,
I'm here for you guys.
Things out of my mind.
It was first featured in 1969. It has been in the Tour, like I said, 27 times. Lance, you have done it twice. The highest you placed was 6th place. But in 2004, it helped launch you to attack on Alpe d'Huez. So like it was part of a stage. You only finished on the top once. Yeah. But I did look up to see if you had the fastest time or anything like that. You don't.
No.
I knew you wouldn't remember it, and I have never raced up it, but I thought I would help you out there because Johan will text us later.
Yeah. And an interesting, like if I we're talking about Madeleine and how difficult it is, and if I go to the final stage, now this is a climb. I remember stage 8. The climb right in now it's awkward because it's in the middle of the stage. Right, stage is 124 kilometers long. Right in the middle, they have Col de Jouplan. Col de Jouplan is one I actually remember very well. That was the one where Jan got away from me and I bonked, and we had to do the descent, and the finish was down in Morzine. It was brutal, but that is a very hard climb. And then of course, but it's only halfway through the stage, right? And then you descend down, and then you've got one more category 1, and then you descend from that, and then on and on to. But it's kind of an interesting final stage of the Tour de
It's
France Femmes avec
definitely
Zwift.
not a procession.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. But also a difficult day. Let's just say if you had somebody that just had to go on some sort of a kamikaze attack, this is a hard day to do that.
Yeah. I mean, there's over 9,000 feet of elevation in the last 9,450 feet of elevation gain in the final stage.
The final climb is 30 kilometers. The top of the final climb is 30 kilometers from the finish. So, and that it is not necessarily flat. You descend down and it kind of falls flat up to the finish. That's a hard day to make a move, so to speak.
Definitely. I think that, you would think that at the top of the Madeleine is going to be where the race is decided, but there's definitely on this next day, if you don't have a team around you to help bring things back in the beginning part of the race for all the people trying to attack, it's going to be a crazy stage, but fun to watch.
Took the words out of my mouth. Took the words out of my mouth. Jouplan is nasty. Yeah. With a capital N.
You know what? We're going to be having a great time in Aspen covering this, and we are not racing up it, but it is going to be a hell of an exciting race. So, I had one rider I wanted to bring up that we haven't talked about.
Great.
Is the name of my cat, but we haven't talked about Puck Pieterse.
Why do I keep hearing about this said cat?
There was
rumors that the cat was coming to Aspen.
Spencer told me no.
No, we're not. No, we don't. We're that. Mari, are you hearing a cat?
I'm hearing a cat, but I just can't even imagine traveling.
No, you can't into like a rental, like a cat. Look, and I have nothing against cats, but anyhow, go back to the rider you were talking about.
I did ask if I could bring the cat.
I heard.
It was a firm no. I was allowed to bring Blaze, thankfully. But so Puck, though, is interesting. She was our best young rider last year in the Tour. And remember this, the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift was her first stage race she's ever done. She's a world champion in mountain bike, cyclocross. She's incredible. A U23 world champion as well in road. But she won Flesh this year, which was super exciting to watch. And because this girl races elbows out, and I think we just really enjoyed watching her. She's just like a spitfire, and she just doesn't. She's 23 years old at the moment, and she just doesn't know her road racing capability. And she launches on Flesh and wins it. Like Anna Vanderbriggen's won it 7 times, and Puck just looked like she was doing a mountain bike short track start. She's super fun to watch on mountain biking. But I mean, she's coming back. She hasn't raced a ton of road. She's done maybe 10 road races, World Tour races this year. She's never finished outside of the top 10. So she won Flesh, second at LBL, third at Amstel. Of course, she wins all the World Cup mountain bikes races she basically enters. So a week ago, she kind of had a bad crash in the World Cup mountain bike. And then she's like, I have a week to become a roadie. So she's doing this fun, like road to roadie. I'm not saying she's a GC contender, but that woman just is so exciting to watch because I don't think she knows that her capacity as a road racer yet. She's not developed in this form. And she does. I listened to this interview where they were like, oh, so you're getting ready for the tour. And she goes, no, I do road racing for fun. Mountain biking's my job.
It's a part-time side hustle.
Yeah. I mean, she's the one that she chugged the beer. Did you see that, Lance? Amstel, she was on the podium of Amstel and everyone's like sipping their beir and Puck just like grabs it and she just chugs the whole thing. All she probably weighs like, well, she's 55 kilos, but yeah. Small little thing, but she will be interesting to watch. And I think very dynamic for Alpecin Phoenix.
Yeah. And I should have mentioned at the top, but this is just so cool for us. Our show, our little show here, right here, the three of us going to be live on Peacock. It's been interesting. I say it's been interesting. It's actually been, and I think we've done it the right way. We just been doing it like we always do it. We have to take a commercial break in the middle, but
yep,
what a hit! Like that's awesome.
I didn't know I could say anything about it. I was so excited. It's like 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Can I do that when we're on the show?
Yeah. Well, you can only do that if you go back and watch Chuck Woolery highlights on YouTube from him hosting Love Connection for many, many years.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I'll send you some links. Mari, that's because you're young. Mari and I are old enough to remember.
It's okay.
To remember Love Connection and Chuck Woolery. and this debonair dude. And anyways, but it's been great. It's been great and just awesome. So
I'm super
It's
excited.
going to be a lot of work for you, Lance, those first couple of days, though. Hustling.
Well, this is what I was sort of hinting at the start, and if I'll go through the websites here or the road books and look at how they're staggering. I mean, it's a lot of work for the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They have 2 days of the men's race, which are eventful days, right? They've tweaked the finish into Paris. That is no longer sort of a procession. They're doing Montmartre, and very similar to the Olympic course. So they got to focus on that, and then they have to start the women's tour and allow viewers to watch both, and also allow us to watch both and cover both. But yeah, we'll just have to. And speaking of Peacock, I'm sure surely they've figured out how these things stack up.
So does that mean Emily and I are working out with you, George? And
for sure. George is a little more Instagram workouts, to be honest.
Well, we don't want to ride with him, we've heard. So
yeah, no, I don't. But I am a little disappointed, Lance. You have your hat on. Were you worried about your hair? Like,
I am having a bad hair day. That's for sure.
No.
And I am not. We're getting off topic here, but since you asked, I am after this. I'm gonna slightly. I'm gonna get a slight tweak. I'm gonna trim my hair a little bit, and so it's just getting a little gross. I'm not gonna cut that. I'm not buckling to this pressure.
Do not.
I
am here for affirmations. Your hair looks great.
The thing, the top and that's staying, but just a little. It's just getting a little dirty. You know what I mean, Mari?
Mari can be our fashion icon.
By the way, Mari, we had the best time in Hawaii. Let me tell you all.
I don't even want to talk about that.
But let me tell the listener this. All right, everybody knows Mari Holden can ride a bike. We got a silver medal in the Olympics in the time trial. Let me just say this for the record. Homegirl can swim fast. I was like, she's like, oh, we're going to do this open water swim. I was like, I've swam with some cyclists. Like, it's not too good. Homegirl can swim.
I don't like getting my hair wet.
That was so fun.
So good.
I'm perfecting my rock workout, though.
Yeah, rock running.
My rock running down.
Whatever. You crushed the rock running.
That's
crushed
so cool.
It. Laird Hamilton, get your heart out, bro. Crushed it. But no, we had a damn good time.
I'm glad you guys did. I have Mari on Find My Friends, so I do know where she is. She knows where I am.
I know. I realized that the other day. I'm still on you're still following me everywhere.
I am. I'm like, oh, she's in Jackson Hole. Oh, she's in Hawaii. Oh, Mari's just at Rosewood again.
Yeah, where's Mari? Okay. Before we go, anything else stand out here? We touched on obviously Chloe and Kristen. Any other Americans that we should recognize? How many Americans total in this year's Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift?
I was digging into that, and a lot of the rosters aren't super finalized.
Okay.
Is the one EF girl? Oh, and I'm spacing. What is the climber on EF? American girl. Let me see.
But ballpark. I mean, it's less than a handful.
Yeah, it's not
less than a handful.
Okay.
Accurate. Right. But we have two really good stage hunters on two different teams. Obviously, we have Faulkner and Dygert. I think both have a huge shot at a stage win, even without their time trial. So I think that's going to be very fun to watch, and especially the way the course is set up. Like, no day is easy. There's not one day where you're like, that's going to be a snoozer. Everything's very punchy. It's going to be very feisty and spicy, which is going to give a huge opportunity for stage winners. And I think those courses both suit them quite well. Besides the huge mountain stages, unless they're in a break, but I don't think that'll happen because they're very, those are tough. It's tough.
And both of those two are so motivated. I mean, they're really going to be going for it. This is super important to them. I know for Chloe, she's been really focused on this.
Yeah.
That'd be what a story that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll have a lot of good stories. I think, Lance, you're going to be on the edge of your seat in fangirling with your great new haircut.
And my new cowgirl t-shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You never know what's going to happen. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just also seeing, and because this would have made a difference last year. Let's just cover this because I'm seeing, as has been the case in the past, these time bonuses within the stages. You go to stage 2,
Yeah.
87 kilometers.
I have that written down.
What are we? How are they weighting those this year? Let's see.
And it's like on a non-categorized climb as well.
Right, but what is it? 10.64? Is it?
I believe it's 10.64.
I mean,
that's a lot.
That starts to be, look, that's stage
6. There's one.
Stage 2, there's one.
I mean, that could change the yellow jersey even.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's easy to sit here and go, well, 10 seconds, but Doma won the dang bike race by 4 seconds last year. So all I'm seeing is stage 2. Also interesting right here towards the finish of stage 5, right? Yes. So yeah, I mean, you start getting a couple of those. two 10s is 20. I mean, it matters.
Well, we'll have fun watching that. Sounds hard.
Stage 6, stage 6 as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, towards the end.
It's not categorized climb, but it's still.
Yeah, but they just put them in there, and if you're there, so we've got. I mean, it matters. Huh. I'm curious if it's, and those are the ones, right? And here we are, Madeline. Obviously, nothing. You can go get your own time on that stage. How about the final day? Nope, not on the. That's appropriate.
Yeah, the final day's brutal.
That can matter.
Accurate.
Keep an eye on that. All right. Well, what do we have? A week.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I'm not bringing my cat, but I'll be there. And
no.
Gentlemen.
I have a new puppy too. Well, I haven't picked him up yet, but next year he'll be there.
Yeah. Pitkin County just put out an alert. No felines from California are allowed. No, I'm serious. Like it was a countywide notification.
I need that.
I don't know what's going on, but
it's an Aspen thing.
It's an Aspen thing. Boy, we could have a lot of fun with this. Never mind. Do not bring your. No, I'm just kidding. No.
God.
All right. On that note.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hell of a bike race coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's hope for one like last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I struggle with the men's race. It's amazing watching what I do consider the greatest of all time. But he's so unbeatable, right? So as a fan, like we have to sit there as fans, and then you reflect back to last year's Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, coming right down to it. Like that's sports. Like that's what you want. I mean, they're in the red zone. They're 2-minute offense, whatever. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty badass.
And all the teams split up. We've got some serious spicy racing. You're going to have so much fun with us, Lance, every single morning.
Yellow cards.
We got yellow cards.
Come on.
I'll do some drama llama. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. I will see y'all in a couple days. And of course, Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift kicks off next Saturday, a week from today.
Yeah. Watch the Femme.
Watch the Femme.
Do I get to do it, Lance? Do I do
No, not you got. You don't want to do it in person.
No, I can do it. Okay.
Okay. Do it in person. All right. We'll see y'all in a couple days.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
There it is. See, you did it.